Good morning everyone, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Saturday today, Saturday morning. Outside it's wet because it has been raining. Last night when I took Max out for a walk it was spitting with rain, so it was a bit colder this morning, although it's still mildish for March. So get out of bed, feed my cats and make myself a coffee, like tidy myself up, brush my teeth, wash my face, just try and brighten myself up. And my mum calls about 5-10 minutes ago. My mother calls. She called me last night. I think it's done to stir trouble up, but I just completely ignore it and I don't phone her back, because it aggravates situations basically. So I listened to the voicemail and she said it's just repetitive speech. It's like a Netflix film or something, an episode. You start one day, hello Ginestra, it's me, your mother Jennifer, calling to you Ginestra from my landline phone, just to wish you a good day. No, it's like a royal speech. It's like she's got something written, a speech that's spilled off every day. Or an episode of Netflix, it starts with the introduction. So last night, hello Ginestra, it's me, your mother Jennifer, giving you the nighttime call from a landline phone. It sounds posh. And I'm sat here, I'm on my own. Last night I was just watching some old films on YouTube. I mean, you can watch anything on YouTube. They've got Hammer House of Horror films, they've got old Charlie Chan films, they've got detective films, they've got murder mystery films, Miss Marple. I can watch anything I like, or listen to anything I like. So I'm just sat down watching old films, catching up on Duolingo, my Italian. I'm learning Italian at the moment. And just, I actually downloaded a hotel game last night. I can download games as well to my phone. So I was playing a hotel game, like building up the rooms, hiring staff, firing staff, and just doing things like that. Now that's what my dad used to do as well when he was sat with my mother in her flat. He played games and he put earphones on his head so he didn't hear what she was saying, because it drove him bananas. And now she's doing the same thing to me, except I'm far away and I don't have to sit in there and put up with that. He did. I've tried and I've tried. I've sat there and she just wants to be angry and sour, and somebody said to me, well, just stay there as little as possible. Go up to see her and stay there for an hour and then come home. But as soon as you go into that door and you sit down, she just wants to spew all her hatred on the whole world and everything onto whoever's in there. And I can't stand it, because I have a fragile, low self-esteem. I have chronic depression and anxiety, and she makes it worse. And I have to protect myself. And that is what I'm doing. And if she can't understand that, if she's leaving rude voicemails which is unnecessary and obviously made to make me angry with the outside world myself, which I don't want to do. It's not people's fault outside that I've had a hard life. It's just one of those things, and I don't want to go outside being angry. But she'll ring up, she'll leave a message, it'll be rude, or just, what is that? Why can't you be a mother? Hello, how are you? How are you doing today? Why is this reeled off speech? I don't understand it. It's been going on for years. I mean, when I first came down, she used to answer the phone, and before someone could get to say hello, she'd reeled off a 5-minute speech of who she was, where she was, the phone number, everything. And people just put the phone down, didn't they? They just, hello, is that so-and-so? And then you get this 5-minute reeled off speech. So she's phoned again. I haven't listened to the voicemail. I've got to take my dog for a walk later. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. Set phases to party. It's William Shatner's birthday. I recommend you celebrate it by listening to some of his fine albums. His version of Bohemian Rhapsody makes me very emotional.
Alexa, who is William Shatner?
Good morning, Crystal. William Shatner is a Canadian actor.
Alexa, what has William Shatner starred in?
Here are a few movies playing near you today. Snow White, Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Alexa, what films has William Shatner starred in?
I know about 110 movies which star William Shatner, including Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, Star Trek, the motion picture, Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, and Star Trek Generations.
Yes. Before the internet, Star Trek, yeah? Most blokes were interested in Star Trek. Every episode of Star Trek. I used to sit there and watch it because my ex-husband was fascinated with Star Trek. Alexa, how old is William Shatner?
William Shatner is 94 years old.
He's 94. The Starship Enterprise. Alexa, what's the time, please?
It's 8:30 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Saturday, the 22nd of March.
Alexa, what is the weather outlook?
Right now in Rochester, it's 12 degrees Celsius with showers. Today's forecast has thunderstorms, with a high of 15 degrees and a low of 7 degrees.
Thunderstorms, bang bang, and flashes of lightning. Alexa, can you tell me an Easter joke?
Why was the rabbit so happy? Because somebody loved him.
And Alexa, who was born on this day? Alexa, which celebrities were born on this day?
Celebrities born on the 22nd of March include Reese Witherspoon, William Shatner, Matthew Modine, Cole Hauser, and Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Alexa, who is Andrew Lloyd Webber?
Andrew Lloyd Webber. Baron Lloyd Webber is an English composer and impresario of musical theatre. Several of his musicals have run for more than a decade both in the West End and on Broadway.
Alexa, how old is Baron Webber?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Who are you asking about?
Alexa, how old is Andrew Lloyd Webber?
Andrew Lloyd Webber is 77 years old.
77. Musicals. Alexa, Alexa, what musicals?
Michael Collins is the leader of the
Alexa.
independent island pop.
What musicals has Andrew Lloyd Webber composed?
In Rochester, it's 12 degrees Celsius with showers. Today, we can
Alexa,
expect
what musicals has Andrew Lloyd Webber composed?
Here's something I found on AnAmericanSpeakers.com. Andrew Lloyd Webber is the composer of some of the world's best-known musicals including Cats, Evita, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, Jesus Christ Superstar, The Phantom of the Opera and Sunset Boulevard.
Yes, Cats. I never ever got to see the musical Cats. When I was at school, I lived in Sydenham, London, southeast London, SE26, and we used to have school excursions to London, and I went up to London with the school to see Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat. Lovely, I enjoyed it immensely. Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat. I also went up to London with the school to watch a ballet. I think it was Swan Lake. Beautiful. So I used to live not that far from London, on the outskirts of London, Sydenham, SE26, for about, till I was about nearly 16. I lived up in London, in southeast London, and we used to have school journeys. We also used to live near the Crystal Palace Stadium, the athletics ground, so we used to go on sports days to watch the athletics at the Crystal Palace Stadium. So my dad decided to move from London to Chatham, and we don't honestly know why. No, because London is near everything, and he wanted to come down and move down here for some known reason. But to be honest, compared to London, there's nothing down here. We don't know why he wanted to do this. He moved away from his parents as well. My dad's parents died miles away from him. He moved away from his parents, he moved away from everything to come down to this. Chatham is a dump. It's full of drugs and alcoholism. There's nothing in Chatham. It's tiny, and we were flabbergasted, all of us, why he wanted to move down to such a dump. It must have been the cheap housing back in not the 80s. It was cheap to live down in Chatham, so that is probably why he decided to move down to Medway. It's not that wonderful of places, no, and we moved away from friends and family and ended up in this utter dump, knowing no one. It affected all of us. My sister had to start secondary school and primary school in Chatham. I was taken away from my secondary school. I probably would have lived and worked in Sydenham, London, and it just took us away from everybody, really, and all of us struggled. As far as I know, he had no connections with anybody down here, or if he did, he didn't tell any of us. To start again at 16, I couldn't go, I had to finish my school, and I could have done so much better. What he did, he ruined everybody's life, and we don't know why. unless he was running away from something as well. My mum had friends in the streets. Everybody knew us. So we went from knowing people to knowing nobody at all. Anyway, so this constant ringing of the phone, reading off a speech, I mean, is she taking the piss? Why is she trying to sound like Camilla Parker Bowles? This is me, your mother Jennifer, talking to you from a landline phone. Phone! I can't speak to her like a mum, I just want a mum. Hello mum, how's your day going? And you just get a spiel of nonsense. And then she start talking about people as if she hates everybody, and she was spreading the hatred onto me, and then I was starting to get angry outside with people, and I don't want to get like that. I'm not sour, bitter and twisted. Yes, I've had a hard life, but a load of other people have as well, and you don't go around upsetting other people just because your life has been shit. And you don't, I don't sit on my backside and expect somebody to help me. I got in touch with a victim support worker, and I got in touch with the police, and I'm trying to help myself out. Right? I don't sit on my arse and think someone's going to come and help me, because they fucking ain't. I've seen what's happened to women that have complained about domestic violence to the police, and the police have done nothing, and that woman's ended up murdered or afraid to go outside, and she's died in the flat by herself. You have to do things yourself. I don't like going out to the shops, but if I need something, I'll get it. I don't like it. I don't like what's going on. I don't know what they're doing. I'd never heard about gang stalking and street theatrics until I went into YouTube and started learning about it. And it isn't madness. It isn't paranoia. They are doing these things as a distraction and to stop you going to get the relevant help you need and report them to the authorities for what they've done. So they're trying to distract, annoy and frighten you. I mean, we've had the stonemasons outside the co-op yesterday, which is making gravestones. When I reported a crime up in Gloucestershire, they sent funeral cars down where I live. Not just one, it was nearly every other day they sent a funeral car down the road past my house door. All sorts of things like that would go on. Someone broke into the house, the police didn't do anything. No. Oh, we'll get forensics, madam, into the property. We'll get forensics right away. They never sent forensics round. The police used to call between 12 a.m. and 4 a.m. in the morning. I was dealing with severe domestic violence. Right, it was all covered up in a conspiracy. And they would send the police to a vulnerable woman between 12 a.m. and 4 a.m. in the morning. Do you feel like killing yourself? No. Do you feel suicidal? Have you got suicidal thoughts? And then they would wake me up out of my bed and bang on the door at fucking stupid o'clock in the morning. And I was the victim reporting crimes. We think you need to go to the mental hospital. I said, why? Because because of the stress. I said, I don't need to go to a mental hospital. I need you to do your job properly. And the police that have come round to this flat, yeah? The police that have come round to this flat, right? When I've been threatened in this flat, right? And God knows what in the surrounding parts. Oh, we think you need to go to A&E. Are you going to take me there? No. Where am I supposed to get there then? Well, you have to walk, won't you? Walk? You're telling me I'm chronically mentally ill and I've got to walk myself up to the hospital. Really? They keep doing that. Because they deliberately mix my notes up with my mother's. Deliberately to get people off crimes. Fair enough. Just leave me alone now. I rarely call them. The last lot said they was going to get me some help and support, and they didn't, did they? Did absolutely nothing. When they find out you haven't got kids, because the police come into your flat, if you've got children, they report you to social services. So they come into my flat, I haven't got any kids, they can't do that. And they bugger off. When they can't interfere and cause trouble, they bugger off. Now, they just park outside the travel lodge and the co-op and go into the co-op. We had community service police. A fucking big, fat, ugly community service officer, woman with glasses and curly hair, my colour, stuffing her face in the fucking co-op. Bullshit, it's fake and it's lies. And I don't want to speak to my mother because she said to me, put your lipstick on, Nestra, put your makeup on, brush your hair. This was after I left my ex-husband. You're going to need it. And I said, why would I want to dress up to go outside? I've lost everything. I've lost my home, I've lost my kids. And now I'm in one room in a women's refuge. Why do I want to dress up for? So she's done something, hasn't she? She's done something. I have not signed up to be on a reality TV show. I've not signed up to be on the television. And I've not signed up for anybody to poke their fucking nose into my business. Or for her to share my medical notes or anything else with anybody. I just want to know why she keeps ringing. I'm going to go now, guys. And hopefully this weekend will be better than last one. See you later.